I started walking Mia when she was 14 weeks old, and I remember that one of the things that scared me the most was her escaping the harness. I was scared of her escaping the harness and running towards a road that had cars passing by, or being on a hike and her escaping the harness and me not being able to find her. I tried many harnesses and I practiced indoors. I found 3 things that can reduce the chances of her escaping the harness almost to 0. To me, the most important one is for the cat to accept the harness. The second one is the leash technique. Cats are not dogs and should not be walked as such. Finally, I want to share with you the harness we use and the features it has that make it escape resistant. Let's just start with the most important one. A cat that's not trying to escape won't escape the harness. It's that simple. While it sounds obvious, many people forget about this one. I used to buy the bulkiest harnesses. For some reason, I thought they were safer. She was not very comfortable wearing them, but still she did not try to escape. Why? Because we had trained indoors and she was used to wearing a harness. The process of getting a cat used to wearing a harness is very simple. I have a full video explaining how to do it in 3 very simple steps, but it basically comes down to this. Help your cat impregnate the harness with their pheromones. This will make the harness smell like them and they will feel safer wearing it. To achieve this, place the harness in areas where your cat usually hangs out, in their bed or in their cat tree. The second step is to put the harness on them indoors first. Put the harness on your cat and reward generously with their favorite treats. The objective is to help your cat forget that they're wearing a harness. Some cats will tolerate the harness better than others. If your cat is one of those that hate the harness, put the harness on, wait for a few seconds, and then remove the harness and reward generously. We are trying to get them used to wearing the harness in environments where they feel safe, and then we reward them for it so that they create a positive association with wearing the harness. Cats are more stubborn than dogs when it comes to walking on a leash. You can really train them to walk by your side, but that's a topic for another day. By the way, if you're liking this content and you would like to see more of it, subscribe to this channel because we're publishing almost monthly great content to help you do more and better with your cat. When walking your cat on a leash, there's a very simple rule. If you pull, they will pull. They will exert the same amount of force that you're making in the opposite direction. And this is exactly how cats escape the harness. You're pulling to prevent them going somewhere, they will turn around and use the tension on the leash to get rid of the harness. To prevent that, there's only one thing you have to know. Don't let the leash go tense. And it's a little counterintuitive because when we see our cat going somewhere that we don't want them to go, the first thing that we do is exert as much force as we can. And that exact force is the one that your cat is going to use to get rid of the harness. Instead, what you have to do is give the leash some slack by walking 1 step towards your cat as you raise the leash. The angle of the leash is also very important. It's going to be much easier for your cat to escape if the leash is tense and almost horizontal to the floor than if it's up high. So if your cat gets spooked and is trying to escape, remember these 2 rules. Rule number 1, do a step towards your cat. Rule number 2, get the leash as high as possible to prevent the leash to go tense and horizontal. At that point, with the leash up high and having taken 1 step towards your cat is going to be on your feet, and then you can reel yourself down the leash and scoop your cat. And then you're gonna say, and what happens if I just want to redirect my cat? Super fair, that's the right question to ask. If you just want to redirect your cat, small pull instead of consistently pulling from the leash. You do a couple ticks, get your cat out of the zone, they're going to be like, what's going on? And then you encourage them to come towards you. The question that naturally comes after this one is, but my cat stops all the time and I cannot be every 5 minutes or every 10 seconds doing a couple small pulls and being like, come on, we're trying to do a hike. So instead of doing a pull every 10 seconds, whenever you don't have the freedom or you don't have the patience to let your cat just do their thing, what I do is I take Mia, I put her on my shoulder. If your cat is not shoulder trained, you can put them on your back and you just continue walking as normal with your cat on your shoulder or on your backpack. And then whenever your cat is ready to walk again, you help them get down and you continue walking with your cat. We covered the 2 most important points. Point number 1, leash train your cat. Point number 2, don't let the leash go tense. And I promised that I would share with you the harness that we recommend, and this is because some cat harnesses are designed to be escape resistant. And basically, escape resistant harness, what it does, it makes it more difficult for your cat to back off if the leash gets tense and the leash is on the wrong angle. It won't prevent escape if you tether your cat and you attach the leash to a tree and go get a coffee, but it will certainly give you 10-20 more seconds if your cat gets spooked and give you time to react and prevent the cat from escaping. This is the Houdini harness, and it has a mechanism that self-tightens when your cat is trying to back off the harness. I will add the link of the Houdini harness in the description down below if you want to check it out. You're going to start walking with your cat and you're going to see that your confidence goes up as you see that your cat is not trying to escape because you have all this technique, leash management, and then the cat is wearing the right harness. But then so many other questions are going to come up. How to manage the pee and the poo, what to do if a dog appears. I cover all of that in this video here. Stay wild, stay safe, and I'll see you outdoors.